Hey guys, welcome back to today's episode of the podcast. Or do I say welcome to a brand new chapter, to a brand new start, to a new kind of idea, kind of like branding out a new way. You guys probably saw that the podcast name changed, everything changed. The reason this episode is gonna be really talking about why I did change everything and why it is now where it is. If you were here from 2 episodes ago when I started the podcast, um, you probably noticed the difference, the podcast name, and the podcast doesn't look the same anymore, or it changed. The branding is changing. Like, yes, it was supposed to be me and my best friend who would have done the podcast, but again, I'm the one that mostly this podcast is taking mine. I have full control of it. Yes, he does have the podcast Instagram login, but he wasn't really in the podcast like that, like in the episodes. Today we're gonna talk about why I did, why I changed it, and yes, this is a planning, and I'm planning it now that I'm making sure it grows and we all grow together as a unit. Um, yes, first I want to take away. Yes, there's only so much small amount you guys watching, but I am thankful that you guys are in sitting here and watching the podcast and watching it grow. And I really, really want to thank all y'all for sitting here, tuning in every week and watching it grow into maybe something bigger one day. Um, this one, if you're just finding me out today, thank you for sit, having the time to sit here and be like, okay, I want to hear the whole out. I want to hear the whole story. Thank you for taking the time to sit here and watch the video and sit here and listen. I am thankful. Yeah, starting a podcast, it was really, really scary. And I have like my notes and everything, so that I'm looking here, make sure I talk about everything that I want to talk about. Maybe everything gets into um when I started, there was all an idea that we planned over a year ago, maybe half a year. That it was just sitting in our head and we really weren't doing anything with it until we started like in May. We started planning out making a YouTube thing. Whoa, we did that. Well, then I already knew how to work the whole YouTube thing, how to the panel, how to sit here and edit. I was gonna go all that. That I already knew how to do. We were gonna that was gonna be the simple job. But I wanted a space where I can be myself and you guys can come sit and watch and be in that journey and watch this become something so big and so amazing that it feels like a second family, that it feels like a home, that you can feel comfortable in and be like, I want to be in this life. Um, I want to be able to talk about life, relationship, story times, and everything in between. Like anything, like mental health and like relationships, all that stuff. That's why I wanted a podcast about to put out that it's okay, like to get done with your things and we are growing as we do it. So that's what life is about. Why it started originally, the again, you guys probably saw in the last 2 episodes of the podcast, we're originally called Two Girls with One Brain Cell. Well, the idea wasn't that gonna be me and the idea was gonna be me and my best friend. That was the idea. That was the plan. But and we were gonna laugh, talk stories together, and build something together. But yeah, but that didn't go the way where we wanted to go. It didn't happen that way, and that's fine. It didn't have to be that way. It didn't have to go that way. And I'm, to be honest, yes, it's a lot of work on my hand now that I have to continue building. I'm not saying you saying, oh my god, it's so much work or it's easy. It's work because I am managing this and my account and my personal YouTube that I have. I'm writing a book and doing what I have to do. I have a lot on my plate, and like that now, like yes, do I mind that I'm taking over the podcast? No, I don't mind because you know what? One day it's gonna be something great. It's gonna be something wonderful, and people are gonna sit here and be like, "Wow, she made something out of herself." That's what I want. Why I changed it. Um, as no, the last episode went on, and I was saying realizing I was the one that's showing up for the past 2 weeks doing this, making something on my up, making posting stuff for you guys. Um, I was one of the planning the episodes, of what to talk about the topics, and what I wanted to put in. That's why, yes, I have notes that I take that I put here that I know to make sure I talk about everything I want to talk about, and that it gets in the episode that um recording done. It takes time to sit here and record. It takes several takes, and yes, we are doing this in my bedroom. But one day, yeah, I'm gonna get a studio one day. That's the ultimate plan to get a studio for it and sit down and record for you guys every week. Editing them, thinking about new ideas, and honestly, I realize that the podcast, I realize this podcast is supposed to grow with me, and we're gonna grow together as a community and a group, and I wanted that. So that's why I changed everything, and I was like, you know what? Yes, the podcast thing is mine, complete solely mine, and I'm the one that's running everything. Yes, but at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting to do everything by myself. But here I am doing everything by myself, and I don't mind because it keeps me busy and keeps me okay, editing, making sure everything looks fine, and making sure you guys have a video, an episode every week. And yes, last week I took a break and I didn't post anything because I was sick. And I do a pre-recorded an episode for you guys for last week. That was on my phone. That's on my terms. I didn't do that. Yes, I didn't think of it, and I do have thought about it. And you know what? I do a main episode. Yes, I'm at fault for that, but I'm making it up now with this episode and talking about it and why everything changed and why, you know, here we are. The decision. Um, at first I kept asking myself, like I knew I wanted to change it, but I didn't know to what. I, I was like, do I keep the old name? Do I wait? I didn't want to start over. Cause I already have this and I already had everything for it. So I didn't really want to change anything. Like I wanted the name and stuff like that, but I didn't want to start all over. Like a complete thing. And then I went to, I realized like this podcast is not ending. I'm not gonna end after 2 episodes. I'm not. It's evolving. It's becoming something, and I want people to come on and watch. And I have a vision for the podcast, and hopefully one day we get a guest on the podcast, and you guys grow with us, and you guys grow with me, and we do something with it. So this is becoming a new era of the podcast after 2 episodes, I know. So welcome to Unscripted with Erica and me. This is the place where we talk about everything. Everything. Dating, friendship, story times, growing up, confidence, mental health, books, social media, life lessons, I was on my mind, and I don't want to put myself in the box anymore. Yes, I will plan everything out because I feel like it's a little organized. It's more organized than anything. I can look at it, talk about every little thing, and you know, talk to you guys about life. And I want this to go with us, not be something that is not gonna grow and that's not gonna be something I see a vision for it, and I want to continue that vision. And so we're gonna do that. And so this is my personal message that I want. One thing that I want, the one thing that I always like put in my mind that I learned, that I sat here and like, okay, that I watched other people talk about it, and I learned and I got the message from me is that sometimes letting go of something isn't giving up. Like, you, if you have a whole passion for something, don't give up. Keep doing it. Yes, I have my YouTube, all the stuff. I'm not gonna give up. Yeah, I'm at nothing, but you know what? Know what I'm gonna do? I'm building myself up. I am building that. I am making something out of myself for you guys and for everybody. Sometimes making room for something, and sometimes making room for something even better. Like, you have to kind of go up and grow and become a better version of yourselves. And for any of you working, you guys want to be the better thing ever. And I'm doing that. I am making this is like somewhat a business kind of how I see it, how I interpret. This is somewhat a business because you're doing a thing for everybody. You're making a community. You put it out there. That's the goal in life. Some people don't have that goal in life. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Be like, oh, I'm gonna start YouTube, and they never do. Me, I just boom, started and started working, started doing all that. This is, yes, I may not be getting anything from it, but what's more important, the money or the fame, or putting out that can help someone out? The, that's what I think. Again, I think I offer a holding a old version of ourselves because we are scared of disappointing people. That I could be agree with you. People are scared of moving forward or completely changing themselves because they're scared of disappointing anyone, disappointing life, and wondering will life can take us. You can change, and God be you become a better version of you guys yourselves in the next month, 2 months, a year, 10 years. You get a better than you guys were before. That's how I see it. I am becoming a better version of myself, and I'm becoming. Yes, it may not change tomorrow. It may not change in a week or so, but I'm growing. I'm becoming better for myself. I'm talking from the camera. I'm doing all this for you guys. But growing, sometimes growing means growth means allowing yourself to change, to become a better version of you guys yourself. We always can change. There's always a new chapter in life. I changed completely. Now I'm actually again talking from the camera. I know that I was scared. I was shy. Yes, I'm still shy. But that's not gonna change. That's who I am. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a whole name for myself, and I have a whole vision both for it, and how I see it. So what's gonna come up now? This new era of the podcast and this new way of doing it is it's only the beginning. From this episode on, it's supposed to be me doing everything. There's gonna be so many story times coming, episodes, creative episodes, rides, fun time, like fun topics to talk about something, like guesses in the future, maybe when the time comes. Maybe even to my motivating story that I'm not with anyone. I want to feel like we're hanging out and that like we're on FaceTime with each other. And I just hope that you guys see the growth in the podcast and see that wow, this could be that it could be a next chapter for everybody. And I'm very thankful that you guys stayed with me through this stage. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. This podcast means so much to me, and I'm excited to see where we take it, where it goes from here. If you enjoyed this episode for the podcast, leave in the comments about your like it serious to someone who knows honest conversations. This is unscripted with me with Erica. And this is just the beginning. I will see you guys in the next episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode and stay tuned for the next week episode, and I come back. I'll see you guys then. Bye.